This woman doesn't know anything about Chaldeans, and she doesn't know they're all over here, but they're not in Dearborn, those are the Muslims. Alright, so this is what the Arab-American population in the Detroit metropolitan area sort of looks like. Let me show you what the Chaldean population looks like. This is, again, the Tri-County area, a little different kind of map. This is Wayne County, and here's Detroit. This is Macomb, and this is Oakland. There are two centers of the Chaldean population in metropolitan Detroit. One is inside the city, right here. If you know Detroit, it's around 7 Mile Boulevard. And that's, originally they started out down here, a little south of Highland Park, right in this area. They moved up a little bit. And then they started moving out into the southern part of Fulton County. And this is where the main part of the community is right now, in this shaded part. I've shaded in this a little bit. This is a new area in western Macomb County where the Chaldeans have been moving over the last 5, 6, or 8, maybe even 10 years. All right, so this is what it looks like geographically if you are looking for Chaldeans in the Detroit metropolitan area. But don't go here. All right. Let's talk a little bit about religion. I usually tell people that if they want to study Chaldeans, they have to look at 3 institutions: religion, family, and grocery stores. And whenever I say that, everybody kind of chuckles. We have 3 institutions: religion, family, and grocery stores. Yeah, those are the 3. Let's talk about Chaldean religion. They take enormous pride at being Christian from the beginning. They trace their ancestry as religiously back to St. Thomas the Apostle. And St. Thomas's disciple, his name was Naddai. So St. Thomas and St. Naddai are considered the apostles to the Chaldean people who lived in this area of the Middle East, which is now, it was then, Mesopotamia, now Iraq. They belong to a specific rite of the Catholic Church called the Chaldean Rite. And I don't know how much you know about the Catholic Church. Most people they think that the Catholic Church is just one thing. There are, and I say 18 to 23, because it depends on how you count them in terms of the way the liturgy's run, what the language they use, or some combination. There's about 20 different rites. They belong to one of them, which is called the Chaldean Rite. Some of the others you might have heard of, the Byzantine Rite, which is Greek, the Maronite Rite, which I just mentioned, that's another time. The Syriac Rite is another one, the Coptic Rite in Egypt. So it's a number of different ways that, basically what these are different ways that the Catholic rituals of the Mass are conducted, and the different kind of rituals that they follow, like in fasting and things like that. They are different. This is the Chaldean religion, the Chaldean Rite is one of these. And the people who came from Judea were in that particular rite. And very, very, very devout Christians and very, very devout Catholics. Very anxious for Catholics in the world to know that they are Catholic as well. They wanted to have a church as early as they could, and by the time they had enough people, the Second World War broke out. And this kind of stopped things for a while. They finally got their first church started in Detroit around 1945, and they called it Mother of God. That's an interesting name for it in view of one of the issues that occurs in the Chaldean church. Like I said, they're Christians. His teachings and Rome's teachings were at odds with each other, and when Rome doesn't like what you do, they call you a heretic and kick you out. And that's what happened. And Kids today, when they start talking about it, they say, well, it really wasn't, it was really a misunderstanding, and given the fact that they didn't know each other's language very well, and it was not as easy to get together from Iraq to Rome as it is today, they probably really weren't understanding what each other said. But apparently, the story is supposed to have said that Mary, the mother of Jesus, was only the mother of the man Jesus and not of God Jesus. And so you couldn't call her mother of God, you could only call her mother of Christ. And Rome said, no, Jesus was both. And so Mary was the mother of Jesus the man and Jesus the God, therefore you could call her mother of God. So for a long time, from 3-something to 14-something, there was a split. And then about the 1400s, some of the bishops from this group, it was called the Assyrian Church of the East, and some of the bishops from this group were in union with Rome. As they were in communication with Rome, and eventually they agreed they would come back into the Roman fold. And they came in as the Chaldean Rite. And there's some arguments that you could have about whether that was the right term to use or not. But anyway, that's what they did. And their brand, therefore, of being in union with Rome is this type, Mother of God. They are the ones who believe that Jesus was both God and man, and Mary has a right to this title. And so the first church that they had in Detroit, they used the name that encapsulated the fact that they were Catholic and not separated. Interestingly enough, whenever in the early days, everybody in Detroit knows, Catholics in Detroit know they're Catholic now, but when I first started studying them, and there were only 3,000 in the area, the Catholic priest would say, oh, be careful before you go over there, don't go to their church, because they're not really Catholic. So they had a lot of problems with that, and a little bit still. Today, there are 6 churches in the Detroit area. Well, I suppose I could have left that out and I can show you where they are. The first one was down here and it's gone, but it moved out here into Southfield. The second one was formed in this area inside Detroit, which tends to draw newcomers into